Welcome to Film Study, an all-American universe podcast with Lexi. I'm Lexi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, rate the podcast 5 stars. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, all of that wonderful, amazing things that you do. Today, I'll be having a rare and maybe I think the only thus far, the only solo podcast. But I'm just going to be talking about my predictions for episode 513, day ones, and here they are. So, the synopsis reads, day one's hanging by a thread. As Olivia struggles with the loss of her father, friends and family must set aside their grief to help as she fights to stay sober. But only one person can help her find peace in the midst of her pain. Nkechi and Carrie wrote this episode, directed by Daniel. I think I've talked about a little bit of what I expect, and some of the other guests have talked about sort of what they expect in the future a little bit. So this is going to be a very quick podcast, but ultimately, I think that this episode is going to obviously be focused mainly on Olivia, but that doesn't mean that we're not getting other storylines. I think that the synopsis is a little bit of a mystery, and it's fun because it's short and it's mainly focused on Olivia, but I think that we're also going to get Jordan doing some football stuff, Spencer still hiding his grief as well, and maybe something with Asher. We'll see. I don't know. But I do think like other folks will have different storylines in this episode as well, but the A storyline will be about Olivia. Now, do I think she's going to relapse? No, I do not think that she's going to relapse. I think that she's going to struggle, as it says, but I don't think that they're going to have her relapse this time around. I think that she's going to be okay. I think that obviously we're going to get some flashbacks in this episode. I'm going to say we're going to get like a solid 3 or so, maybe more, but maybe a solid at least 3 flashbacks. One's gonna have Billy in it, maybe 2 will have Layla in it. So we're gonna get a lot of, I think, Layla and Olivia, and I think it's gonna maybe shock some people how much Layla and Olivia we're gonna get. That's a prediction of mine. I also think maybe the person that helps her in the midst of her struggle, I think a lot of people think it's gonna be Spencer because of that shot that we got on the Ferris wheel. I think it's gonna be Billy. I think that these flashbacks, she's gonna be reminded of her dad, and because it's about her dad's death, that through these flashbacks, Billy's gonna be the one to help her with some shades of Layla as well. So I think like Billy, Layla, and then everybody else is sort of it's gonna be a collective thing. But I think definitely Billy is my major prediction, with like Layla just under that. Just based on what I've been seeing as far as like behind the scenes, where the show has gone thus far, and different things like that. I think that we're going to start to be introduced to Jordan's storyline and him sort of questioning his role in his father's legacy and trying to live up to his father's legacy. I think we're going to get introduced to that storyline and continue on with his. I think that just like we got sort of a nod to Olivia in the last episode with the funeral and with Laura being the A storyline, I think that we're going to get a nod to Jordan at the end of this episode as well. So all in all, I think it's gonna gear up to be a great episode. Daniel's directing it. It's his second time directing, so it should be fun. Everybody knows that personally, I do enjoy. I think NK has written some wonderful episodes, but I also like really love Carrie. So I'm very excited for this as well, just how it's written. And yeah, I think this is gonna be a really heartbreaking, but rewarding episode, and it's gonna leave us all in our feels. But that's all that I have for now. Stay tuned for the next episode.